First of all, welcome everyone. Let us do the invocation. Uh, who wants to do it?
This is who we are. We are a team, talented, energetic, astonishing mindsets. We can do anything and everything. We talk, we care, we respect each other. We see beauty in everything. We are connected by arts and driven by values. We celebrate each other. We provide value to each other. We take ownership in everything we do. We have freedom to make mistakes. We learn as we go. We are mad to make a difference. We love disruptive ideas. We make impossible things possible. We are strong to question the creation. We believe in dreaming big. If we do not dare to dream big, are we really living? Why be ordinary when we can be extraordinary? We should be driven by our goals, not by egos. We can do it, we will do it. Let us not hope for the best, let us be the best. This is who we are.
Thank you, Tharun. Today we will, first uh, talk about. It is 4 years since me and Srividya had a talk with the, you know, on November 15th, 2017, when Vinay, Nikhil, and Surya were present. We had within a few days, we had uh, almost 50 to 60 students part of the journey. And then slowly, you know, things changed. So now 50,000 hours later, which you all have put in. I mean, I'm talking about the other day. Vinay and Dhanush put together some data, and they figured out just the 50,000 hours was put in by the students. It's not like we are including the alumni hours or the other people hours. So it's just your hours is over 50,000. So think about it. This is your platform. This is yours. So that is the.
Well, that
Uh,
50,000 is
Go ahead. Go ahead, Vinay. You are saying something.
that 50,000 hours is in this 2021 only అంటున్నాను.
Oh my
ఓన్లీ
God.
2021 లోంచి మనం చేసినాం.
So I guess we went. We really need to put together the hours. Then I think we are like, I don't. It probably is like 2 lakh hours now if we start adding up from 4 years. So you can see what we have created is not. It didn't happen yesterday. It is. There is a lot of work that was put in by all of you. So that's why the results are showing up this way. So really be proud of yourselves. This is a really big accomplishment for young people like you. Usually, when we just went to school, we went to college, did our homeworks, chit chatted, and wrote our exams, and thought about how to get I wanted to get myself a job. I wanted to go to US. So it was all about just me. And here you are talking about each other, helping each other. You want everyone to do well. So how are you feeling about your platform? This is yours. Do you first of all feel like, if you feel like it is yours, please click on the raise hand button. Okay, only 6, 7 people feel it is theirs, huh? So others are not thinking it is theirs. Okay, Deepthi is thinking it is hers. Okay, so Lavanya, Rishikesh, okay, Swapna, perfect. Yeah, is it a question, Nikhil? What do you mean? Yes, it is a question, because I wanted you to really, uh, what happens is because of the way you all have been raised, uh, is it is always like teacher, it is always like parent, it is always like some older person. You don't, at your age, many people will not think it is mine. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Okay, so that's why I asked you to raise your hands. You can lower your hands now. Thank you. So this is something which you all should be really, really, really proud of. This is something which will look amazing on your resume. When you put it saying, this is what I did, every person has to stop. Like when you go for an interview, what is this? They will have to ask you. So the interview is going to be like, say, 30 minutes. Let's assume 30 minutes. If they look at your resume and they see this, 15 to 20 minutes is gone, because they'll have to ask you only about this, because they're like confused. How could a young, 17, 18-year-old person could do this? Now other people are like thinking about studying all these heat transfer concepts, mass transfer concepts, thermodynamic concepts, C++ concepts, everything, and they're going there. And probably they'll not be able to answer at all, because how many can you remember? Not much. But you will be able to say, so out of 30 minutes, they probably will be like worried, unhappy, uncomfortable for 25 minutes or so. Whereas you will be going there and you will be excitedly talking about what you did. So see, so you have to, the companies want the best person, right? That's all they care. They're not thinking, I really want to give a job to Deepthi. No, they don't really care that much about Deepthi. They just want the right person who is going to help them. That's all. So they are thinking, who can help them? Okay. And then they come, they are trying their own way to find out who can help them. So for them, that is the only way they can think of, is like, oh, okay, they do homeworks, marks, they do only textbooks, so we are going to ask questions on the textbooks. But when you put something different, now they'll say, oh, this is different. So the chances are you will be able to answer excitedly about what you did pretty high, and the chances are you're going to get a job. So because we are not understanding what the company wants, we are assuming what the company wants, or we are doing what our seniors did it. We just go through the motions, right? Here, what we are doing is we are asking what the company wants. So you can see how all this work which you have put in is really going to help you. And the other thing is, you have learned leadership concepts. You have learned organizational concepts. You have learned how to collaborate with people. You are talking with me, Geeta, Anoopji. You just came off a call with Anoopji. People like that, we never even, they happen way, later in our lives. So you're learning all of these things at so having this, knowing the, what do you call, this 4 years, and I guess 1 lakh hours or 2 lakh hours of hard work that you all put in is something you should all be very, very proud of. Anything anyone wants to say about, this 4-year anniversary? Oh, by the way, before I forget, I want Vivita to read what she wrote.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. So, like, this was the message which I wrote yesterday night. That is today morning until 12 o'clock, I think. So, I'll just read it. Hey, team. It's our Thop birthday today. I'm so happy to be part of such a blissful journey. It's not even a year yet. I have the confidence that everything will fall into the perfect places at perfect time when we really need it. It's our universe's conspiracy to bring us all together today, 4 years back. I'm very much grateful to Shravan sir, Vinanna, Nikhilanna, Suryanna for kickstarting this revolutionary journey of making impossible things possible. If you wouldn't have believed in this idea, I wouldn't have been writing this message you to all of you today. I'm amazed with the way we all have heartfully connected to you, sir, and Annas. It's just unbelievable to see you doing many things for us since 4 years. Your learnings, your varied personalities, your unique experiences, your kindness, your caring nature, and everything inspires us to be us. Me, to be myself. In these 4 years, we have many stars coming together and proudly yet humbly taking us forward on this journey of known to unknown paths. A journey of self learning, self expression, self love, and many self realizations. It has given us the taste of many entrepreneurial experiences and learnings at our pace and willingness. Thank you, my current 4th years, for wonderfully taking the eCell's legacy forward, making the successful onset of important pillars of eCell, that is, organizing cluster and gratitude team. Your energies and determination to be consistent is incentivizing. Your crazy experiences are one of the cherishing assets of for us Akkas and Annas. Then comes our direct seniors, 3rd years, that is 2019 batch, with new energy. You are those lucky newbies back then who could experience offline ESL craziness to online offline transitions and then to online madness. You have been that catalyst for the birth of many disruptive ideas. Thank you for being part of this journey, Annalu and Akkalu. Then came Sirisha Akka and Vijayanna to add their flavors to our team, to show theirs, ante seriousness and Vijayness, and blow us with their willingness to stand out from rest of the crowd and make a difference in their surroundings. Anna and Akka, you have truly soaked the value system into yourself, and now I feel the time has come to see you both flying high in the sky. We are here to support you, your dreams, and your expressions. Last but not at all the least, our KU and our OU teammates, my first years, my batch. Thank you for believing. Thank you for believing in our value system and owning it like it has been part of each and every bit of you since childhood. Your shine inspires us to shine. Your presence is truly a present, as Niklanna says. Thank you for being revolutionaries since day one. I just don't have words. That's how much all the members of our team has inspired me, loved me, supported me. Thank you for accepting for who I am. Thank you for always being excited about me. Thank you for understanding me. Thank you for being part of me. We are on the journey to make our lives beautiful, and we will definitely create more memories in this expedition. Thank you.
Well said, Vivita. Thank you. Anyone else wants to say their thoughts about this 4 years, or this about ESL, about their ESL, about your ESL?
Before going ahead, I would like to know how much time I have.
Try to do it about 2 minutes.
Okay. Like the journey of the unknown journey, an interesting journey, learning journey, the journey of everything. almost like a journey, a life journey, I would say. I still remember the day when Vinay and I used to invite people to join us. We used to present to almost everyone in the class, and we would end up with no one saying yes. It was like, but still we we know that we are doing something different. We still we felt we never felt like why did they never wanted to join us. We still had the thought of working on it. We were just putting some time to let them know that they can join, to make sure that it is a group where you can join and you can learn. So from that day to today, I could see a humongous learning experience, and that the learnings what we had, it is not about like how many people we made to join us. It feels how much we were able to learn. We could see ourselves in a better version. That is the something we could see ourselves shining. It seems to be very simple but powerful. Like we everyone who want to shine together are going like together are are going to shine to like I'm just this thought since 2 days, like we have to shine in a way that we become the other sun. So the source, we should be very powerful, like that energy is should be our main thing, what we given. And like we learned about everything, I guess. We are still in the journey of learning everything. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you very much. Anyone else wants to say, on this anniversary, on this 4-year anniversary?
Trying to follow the rules finally. So, Vivita, that was a beautiful talk there, or writing. Very nicely expressed. Everything you've said, it totally came from your heart.
Thank you very much.
And Nikhil, what you said about, you used to try to drum up candidates, right? Convince candidates to join ESAL. But then you later said it's by being who we are, by shining. That is so powerful. Most of the time, even with children, and that's what I'm learning now, right? With children, instead of telling them what to do, it is by being who we are, we actually convince them and bring about a change in them. So with people also, with adults too, it's like that. Now everybody, right now, people want to be part of this journey.
Yes.
And 4 years ago, Shravan sir actually mentioned to me, I was not in a place where it is not that I did not believe in his dream. Maybe I didn't give it so much thought. I was not in a place to dive in at that time. But then what you all have created in 3 years, right? So I saw that the moment I dipped my toes or stepped into the ESL world, I could tell, oh, there is something here. There is something happening here. So now I can explain to people what is happening. Initially, I knew there was something miraculous happening, but I didn't know what exactly how to express it. So I don't know if you remember, Shravan. I would talk to people about, oh, I'm part of this ESAL, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but people really never got it. So Shravan, I and the other person would get on a call, then Shravan would explain, and then they would get it. So it's just that energy that first attracts you, and I don't know. It's miraculous, right? It's hard to put words around it. What
Yes.
what is causing that attraction? And I think it's actually everybody, all of you being who you are, is what's creating that environment and energy. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Geeta. Uh, you know, I think you all know that this is one of a kind. And yes, you should be all proud of yourselves, but at the same time, at any moment, you can create infinite one of a kind events and ideas. So you should not be others should not be thinking, oh, okay, Topicel is created, so that means nothing else can be created. No, you still can create infinite new ideas at any given point of time. So what you have done is really, 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 really special. So keep that, remember that. I think as human beings, we all want to create something special. We all want to be superstars. I think it's a natural part of a human being. And that is why all these stories are created. That is where the language comes into, that is where the expression comes into place. Everything. If suppose say there are no stories, no movies, nothing, how would it be, right? So I think that is part of our DNA, that is part of who human beings are. So we have to accept that we want to create something new, we want to create something unique, we want to create something impossible. Even though we'll say, no, how can I create something impossible? But if you go deep down, you really want to create something impossible, isn't it? How many of you agree? Please press the raise hand button that you do want to create something impossible. Right? It is just a normal human nature. But we'll say, you can, lower your hand. You can see, even though that is what we want to do, we suddenly say, oh, can I do this? Why should I do this? Maybe, oh, that's too big. But your heart is telling you that is what you're supposed to do, right? But we still do that because we say, oh, it's not realistic. Okay, who defines realistic? Who defines it? Is it like, oh, if we start going through realism, I think probably many of these things would never be created. If suppose say you said to someone, the first time an airplane was created, people would have said, oh, how can you fly? It's impossible to fly. But people over time said, I want to fly, and they made the impossible possible. So it's impossible is only a matter of time. Impossible is not really impossible. It is just a matter of time. It is not impossible today. That's it. It's not that it's not impossible tomorrow. It's probably impossible tomorrow, but it might be possible the day after. So we just don't know that. So, but that impossible dream is what wakes us up. That's what makes us excited. That's what we want to do as human beings. So if you look at Thop Ecel, the way it was born was also from an impossible idea, right? We said financial independence by the age of 30. We talked about it on the very first day. I didn't come and say, oh, let us, I'll get all of you 30,000 rupees. How many of you will be really excited? 30,000 rupees per month, guaranteed. Like, okay, that's good. Yeah, I think I like that. But do you think you'll go and tell your parents, your friends, everyone, oh, 30,000 rupees per month? No. If you go and watch a movie and the movie is okay, will you go and tell everyone, oh my God, I watched this movie? Or when you watch Bahubali, you're like, oh my God, No one has to tell you to go and tell anyone about Bahubali. You will go and tell everyone. Oh, I watched Bahubali. I watched Avengers. I watched this. When you like something which is like so beyond, or something magical which other people don't have access to, or which you feel like you have to share, you'll go and share, right? So that is human nature. And I'm telling you all of this, right? You'll say, oh, once you tell it's, you cannot do this, trust me, you can do it. Because it's such a human nature that even if I tell you that this is magical and this is impossible, this is exciting, join me on this journey, you'll say, no, Shravan told me that all human beings will say, if it is exciting, magical, everything, they'll walk. So I'm not going to walk. I'm not going to go on this journey. Even if you try to tell yourself that, your body will take you there. That's what happens. So we have always tried to look at impossible things. If you look at our 4-year journey, Vinay and Nikhil, have we not worked on impossible ideas almost all the time? We said first year internships. Everyone was saying it's not possible. We made it possible. Now everyone is thinking it's okay. It's common now. I mean, Deepthi and Vivita are not even thinking, oh, first year internships, what is there? We can do it. Anyone can do it. I mean, even our own, Kranti, he just joined 6 months ago and he's like, yeah. First years can do internships. They can even do from home. So what was considered impossible at Vinay and Nikhil's time, see, I'm saying Vinay and Nikhil's time, it's like Vinay and Nikhil's generation now. So it has become a common thing. And then if we start looking at it, when we started the first Lakshman Suri meeting, the Lakshman Suri Garis meeting, where we had our first meeting, right? Where we invited. Faculty told me, principal told me, it's not possible. These young people will not even attend when we set up a meeting. We have to go and the teachers have to go and stand in front of the gates and make them attend this thing. So I said, what is the worst thing that can happen? It's my time that is getting wasted. So let me try. And then I said to him, they are setting it up. So why would they not attend? It was like you were setting it up. Yes, they might not attend. But when they are setting it up, the chances are they will attend. I said, Shravan, go ahead, try it out. The first meeting, I think there were like 40 people or something in the seminar hall. So again, an impossible thing. All the clubs, which we said, impossible things. Now you guys have created so many clubs right now, or meetings, groups, and now you guys are thinking, what is there? Having clubs and meetings, groups and everything is so easy. But it was so hard at that time. Do you remember Lidvija? It was, actually by the time Lidvija came, we had one generation of clubs close. And we started a new generation of clubs.
Club closed.
What did you say?
How you are saying it, like one generation club closed.
Yes.
Sir, Mari generation
Generation ante now.
So we had one generation of clubs close, and new generation got started under Lidvija's, under their team. And then those also, many of them closed after some time. So we have been evolving every time. And then COVID happened. But our core thing was always respecting each other. Our core thing was always supporting each other. So those things came into place as soon as COVID happened. Everyone was staying at home, trying to figure out how to take care of things. So they were watching Amazon, Netflix, things like that. And we were super busy, right? I mean, we were so busy as students. Everyone was like saying, "Sir, we have no time at all." I don't even know what we did, but I know that everyone was very, very busy. Now I look back and I'm thinking we were probably very inefficient or something. We felt like we were doing from morning to night. We were doing. Everyone was saying, "Sir, I'm busy, I'm busy." So we did a lot of calls with the people from around the world. So that's when we went online, right? So, and then books got started. We started writing books. This was another thing. Shravan, there is no way they can write books. Okay, so why am I saying all of this? Is the same people who will say you cannot do the impossible will say, yeah, that's okay. That, yeah, is possible now. And then they'll say something else is impossible. So this is a common game that, human beings play with each other. If we didn't have those big goals, I don't think life would have been that magical. So right now, I think it is time for us to think about the Thop city. And people will say, city, how can a 17-year-old, a 18-year-old, 19, 20-year-olds think about building a city? But what is a city? It's just land and some buildings and, some things which human beings want. Isn't that all that is? When my son was, I think, 6 years old, I was teaching him algebra. And he said, "Dad, I'm only 6 years old. Why am I learning algebra?" I said, "Okay, don't learn. What are you going to do?" He's like, "What do you want to do?" And he started thinking, "Let us play this game." I said, "Okay, let's play that game." We played the game. We did this. And then he's like, "There are 24 hours, right? You have to do something." And then he came back and said, "Dad, let us do algebra." Because we tried so many different things and still there was time left. So when we're doing algebra and he's doing it and, "Dad, how can I learn algebra?" I said, "Algebra is nothing but pluses and minuses and multiplication and division. That's all it is." And so, pluses. He's like, "Yeah, I know. Okay, that's all it is." And within maybe, I think 6 months, he completed algebra, the whole algebra, this thing. That's all. Because it was just, you break it down into small basic parts. And you have 24 hours in a day. There is so much you can do. If you have bigger goals, you can you can use that time to do that. So, and another thing is, now if you look at, say, when you go outside, you're worried about dengue, you're worried about COVID, you're worried about pollution, dust pollution, smoke pollution, whatnot, right? And whenever you get some food, you don't know whether there is, what kind of, is it organic? Do they have fertilizers? All that. You're worried about it. Don't you think it is better to have your own place where you can walk in the middle of the night safely wherever you want to? Don't you think you want to have a place where you can just, know that it is a clean place, there is no pollution, where you can sit under the moonlight and just stare at it? Why should we not want that? Why should we not look for it? When I say this, people will say, "Oh, where is the money coming from?" I'm telling you, money is the least of your problems. Money is actually, I don't even think money will help in creating Thop City. What really helps in creating the city is your friendships. You're working together, collaborating. It could be you, one person could be good at smiling. One person could be good at dancing. One person could be good at singing. One person could be good at technology. One person could be good at money management. One person could, infinite things, right? Each of these things, I have no idea how each of those things can come together to create Thop City. But I think that is what is going to happen. You might say, how can a smile help create a Thop City? I have no idea. But I tell you, even a smile is necessary to create a Thop City. I'm sure of it. So you all have to work together to believe in your abilities, to believe in your skills. Like Vivita wrote such a beautiful write-up. We have no idea how this write-up is going to help in building a Thop City. But Vivita should be proud of her ability to write, to inspire the people, to inspire all of us to be better. When she wrote that, when I read that, I went from my finite paradigm of life to the infinite paradigm for that moment. And when you connect with that infinite paradigm at that moment, you have no idea what you are going to see, what you are going to connect with, how many different ideas you'll get. Maybe the smile will do the same thing. A smile suddenly takes you from a finite paradigm into an infinite paradigm. And suddenly you get an idea which you have been waiting for. And that smile helped you. Who knows, right? So that is what is important. So the other thing is, how can we get land for 1,000 acres of land? I mean, I can think of many, many ways, right? First of all, you can just go and ask the government, say, hey, I want that land. Government will say, I won't give it to you. You put up a proposal saying, we are going to build a city. And seeing this city, 1,000 other cities can be born. And you know what? If our city gets built, you can go and the chief minister can go and talk about that 1,000-acre city to many, many people. And maybe you can even become a prime minister of the country. We can put that to him. And he'll say, oh, wow, I can become a prime minister of the country by giving you some useless land. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Take it. Or we can ask them, look through the rules and see whether there are any special provisions for these kind of things. If not, create a special provisions saying for a particular type of land, for a particular type of this, put together those rules and send it through the legislature and tell them that these cities can be built and we will give special provisions for everyone. And trust me, these are not that hard. See, when you say, I want to benefit, everything becomes hard. When you say, I want to do it for everyone, it becomes quite easy. So then you can even start thinking, how does a government create this kind of money? If a government can create money, can I create money? How can I understand money in a different way? What is money basically? It is just helping us to transfer from one to another person, and all these buildings to aeroplanes to spacecrafts, all of them are happening how? Just the money is getting transferred, that's all. If all the money is at one place, do you think, suppose say there is like $10 trillion in this world, and all the $10 trillion is at one person's house. Do you think anything will get created? Nothing will get created. So when the money transfers around, that's when it gets created, right? So now you have to ask yourself, how do I do this? How do I use this money transfer to create this? Is there a new method I can come up with? Definitely we should not take a loan. There is no point taking a loan. You should always think about, can I come up with a new idea? So, okay, I'm going to stop here for a second. So what did you guys get out of my monologue of all of this? Raise your hand and I'll call your name. Is everyone like thinking, I have no idea what Shravan said? Go ahead, Lidvija.
Thank you, sir. First of all, this is a dream. Like it like I think, as Apurva said, I don't have to call it a dream anymore. We are going to do this. We are going to do this. And when you told about like asking for thousand acres of land from the government, I just thought like మా ఊర్లోనే ఉంది అంటే గవర్నమెంట్ ల్యాండ్ 1000 acres of land. అసలు ఇన్ని రోజులు అసలు ఎందుకు థాట్ రాలే అన్నట్టు ఉండే. కానీ there is land in our village, but there are so many people who are doing agriculture in it. I was thinking about the points such that I can convince all the farmers who will get the other side of the life. Like we can always make like ante as we discussed before, we can make we can educate farmers, or we can do something out of this. Just like వేరే కంట్రీలో we thought about AI in agriculture, sir.
Right.
I forgot the name of the country, but అది ఉండే కదా. I was
Israel.
thinking, telling about all those
Israel.
things, um, all those things to those to all the farmers, and trying to convince them, and how creating a Thop city around that area will help them, will help all of my village, all of my people over there. I was thinking all of that when you were telling all the things, and I think it's quite possible. And it's just all how we introduce the proposal and how we convince the people. It's all art of speaking, art of convincing the people around to make our things possible, and making them feel that this is for them, this is for all of us, this is for the better world on it. And
Yes.
that's all I
Actually, Lidvija, I just thought of it, which is like I don't know why I didn't. I put a proposal about. I wrote down. I don't know. I have to find it. About 10 years ago, I put together a proposal on how to regenerate or make villages stronger. So I decided I was going to take this several 10 to 15 villages together and create a group of villages, right? And we'll put together a university which was going to help. It will be a people's university, which is all that university was going to be created by the people and do it. And then we are going to have tourism and everything. So I put together the whole idea. And then I actually went to one of the really remote villages called Singapore in Adilabad district, Penchikalpad. And I was talking with, the Sarpanch there at that time. I was helping, I was thinking, this is 6 years ago. And they said, if you want to do this, we'll give you all this land for free. So the Sarpanch actually said, we'll give you all of this land for free. So, and the whole idea which I formulated at that time, I felt like it was going to cost, I don't know, maybe around 20 lakhs maybe. And I knew I could just do it myself. I don't even need other people. So, and also government would give the money too. It was not that hard to get the government to give you that 20 lakhs either. So now I'm thinking, we could even do a couple of different iterations of Thop City. We can do the smaller version of Thop City and then see how it works and learn from that and do the bigger version of Thop City. So we can even do that, because smaller version, we can just go to the, go like Lidvija's, go to one of those, villages which are little far away from the city, where politicians don't care, right? If there is very few votes, they don't care. If there is a lot of votes, they care. So as long as there is, less votes, they'll say do whatever you want. So you can do that. So I think that is another thing which we can do. But thank you, Lidvija, for see all of these ideas. I wish I had written it at one place. My notebooks, which are, I don't even know where they are right now. All of the ideas which I've written, stories which I've written over many, many years are not even, I can't even find them. Go ahead, Vivita.
Sir, I think you'll find them when the right time comes. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనకు వచ్చింది కదా సార్. ఇప్పుడు because Lidhu akka told about that, you got, అంటే you just got the story in your mind. So I feel, and I really like the idea which you said now. అంటే ముందు చిన్నగా ట్రై చేసి తర్వాత on a large scale try చేసి. Maybe for starting off right now, that is the best option I feel. అంటే what I believe is idea. We all have ideas. Kani once we start putting them into the plan of action, I think appudu growth fastens. It and we grow exponentially, I feel.
Yes.
So maybe doing that is one of the best things right now.
When I was trying to do these things in the villages, the amount of politics is very high. I did not realize it, how hard it is. There are so many different, let's take away the word politics. There are so many different kinds of groups of people, caste based to the people who are want political power, the people who are rich people, and there are poor people. Everyone has their own agendas. I was just not able to handle this. I was just trying so much to go from the place of idealism and integrity and transparency and to bring them together. And I spent 2 years working on so many different ways to bring them together, and finally I said, not happening. I realized I didn't have the communication skills. I didn't have the whatever it is. I felt like I cannot do this. So I have to come back later at some other time when I think I'm ready for it. And so then I started working with all of you. And then I said, I think this is the right thing I did, because some of your parents, some of your, relatives will be in these villages who will be like, hey, Shravan is doing some good work. This is a good thing. And now you will be the ambassadors. Now you will be the people who will get and say, yeah, let us all go together to these cluster of villages and let us do it together. So that was another thing that popped into my head, like, about 3 years ago when we started this e-cell and everything. So any other, so are you feeling now, I feel like Thop City is not a choice. I think it's a necessity. What is the use of having all the money and not able to go out in the middle of the night and look at the moon? I mean, just not worth it. What is the use of having all that money and not being able to walk wherever you want within your city, anytime you want? What is the use of it? We are all going to live only a finite amount of time anyway. We all know that. So with all the talent you have, do you think it is you want to stay in one small room? Yes, that room might be 1 crore rupees worth, but do you really want that? And if you can grow your own vegetables, don't you think it would be fun to see your vegetables growing your fruits growing around you, you create your own. Suppose say now you want to go to Ravindra Bharati to watch something, to watch a play. Oh my God, the traffic is horrible. Why can't you have your own performance auditorium in your own city which you can walk to? Isn't that what we all deserve in some ways? I mean, what is the use of saying I have more money? I would rather have a performance auditorium where I can just go and dance my heart out and watch and enjoy it, rather than say I have 10 crores in my bank account. Right? Go ahead, Vivita.
I know we have only 8 minutes.
Yes.
Nikla, we've got time, is that not worry? So I just wanted to say, and whenever I imagined myself as a 20-year-old, and as I say always, 20 to 30, I feel is the time when I can enjoy, I can be independent and all. So whenever I used to imagine that, అంటే నాకు ఇట్లా ఉండే అనమాట. అందరం కలిసి ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఫ్యామిలీ డిఫరెన్స్ ఏమి ఉండకూడదు, అందరం కలిసి ఉండాలి, అందరం ఒకే ప్లేస్ లో ఉండాలి అన్నది. అండ్ మై మామ్ యూస్ టు సే అనమాట, వెన్ షీ వాజ్ యంగ్ షీ హ్యాడ్ ఆల్ హర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఎట్ అ ప్లేస్, అండ్ అంటే వాళ్ళ స్కూల్ కి ఒక సైడ్ అది, అండ్ వాళ్ళ స్కూల్ కి ఆపోజిట్ సైడ్ లో దే యూస్ టు లివ్. సో వెన్ ఎవర్ వాళ్ళకి ఎగ్జామ్స్ అయిపోయిన వెంటనే, ఎగ్జామ్స్ లాస్ట్ డే రోజు, దే ఆల్ యూస్ టు బుక్ టికెట్స్ టు ద నియర్ బై థియేటర్ అండ్ దే యూస్ టు గో అని. ఇంకా థియేటర్ లో ఒక పార్ట్ మొత్తం వాళ్ళ క్లాస్ వాళ్ళకి, వాళ్ళ ఫ్రెండ్స్ కే. ఐ ఫెల్ట్ దట్ వాజ్ సో అమేజింగ్ అసలు. ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ when you said about Ravindra Bharati sir, నాకు అదే అనిపించేది అనమాట. అరే అట్లా ఒక థియేటర్ మొత్తం, చిన్న థియేటర్, మినీ థియేటర్ అయి ఉండొచ్చు, మనకి ఉంటే ఎంత బాగుంటుంది. ఎవ్రీ ఫ్రైడే నైట్ విల్ గో అండ్ వాచ్ అ మూవీ, and that will be just amazing. And another thing, like whenever I used to imagine my dream house, of course it used to be very big anamata. Kani, the reason it was big because I loved greenery and organic vegetables. అది మాత్రం ఇంకా ఉన్నది. ఆర్గానిక్ వెజిటేబుల్స్ ఇవన్నీ చాలా ఇష్టం. అండ్ సస్టైనబిలిటీ, లైక్ వెన్ అంటే ఫ్రమ్ ద టైమ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ రియలీ నోన్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ సస్టైనబిలిటీ, ఇట్ హ్యాస్ బిన్ ఇన్ మై మైండ్ ఇంకా. సో వైల్ అంటే we just now we discussed, right? And mana city lo we can grow our own vegetables, see them grow, and vegetables and animals kuda mana that would be just amazing. And
Yes.
climate will also be good. I really like this anti-tropical climate annadi chaala ishtam. So it's just amazing when I imagine that. Thank you. Nikla, now you can go ahead.
And Vivita,
ఇంకా
first of all, if
చిన్నప్పుడు
you start watching it, it's not that hard to make all of these things happen. Start writing these things down, and you will see these don't cost a lot of money. So go ahead, Nikhil.
అన్న ఒక్క నిమిషం. ఇంకా చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి ఒక వైల్డ్ డ్రీమ్ ఉంటాయి కదా, బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్ పక్కన ఉండాలి.
అవును అవునక్క, అవును.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
And
Nikhil
I
అన్న,
know,
you can go.
I know there will be times when we have to get apart, కానీ I used to feel అరే మనం ఎప్పుడు కలిసి ఉంటే ఎంత బాగుంటది అని. I know it's not possible, but I want to make it possible.
Yes.
ఇంకా life would be easier, it would be even more beautiful.
Thank you, Lidija, for giving me this opportunity. Like, I'll talk for a minute or so. Like, we used to stay in quarters in Ramagundam. So in my school time, so we used to like I used to be very happy. Like, I used to play in school. I used to feel like everything is very comfortable. like not way, like it used to be good. Like I used to play, I used to read. We used to have a small garden in our quarters, so we used to almost we used to get half of the vegetables needed for the week from that garden, and we used to barely spend some money for that. And it was very, I felt, and when I heard about some of them, like when I saw people, like when I used to visit villages for, like I used to see that there is very much less need of having money, so we will be self-sustained. And when you were mentioning about Thop City, sir, like we can grow our vegetables. It is really very easy to, I think. And
Yes.
when we have basic needs, like what we need, basic needs, happiness is already there. Just the basic needs, which which every one of us will anyway get. So the next thing is, like, I think we are, like, we have the same things, right? So having that city and being together and making it powerful would be very interesting journey.
Yes, agree. Or once you start, the more you understand who you are as a person, then it will help you. What you will see is you should be happy. You should, enjoy yourself. At the same time, have a goal. If you don't have a goal, your happiness will go away. Because goal is outside of our brain. Otherwise, we'll stay within our brain and we create, nightmares within ourselves. When a goal is there, now all of you have to work together, and all of you are different. So it's like it's exciting to try to work towards the goal, and at the same time, sometimes it's frustrating also that all of you have to work together, trying to see how to get to that goal. And that excitement, that frustration part is what is life. So what we have done is, money is life. So once you start understanding that, building a Thop city is very easy. So let us make it happen. And thank you all for joining today's Thop Talk.
Sir, one last thing.
Yeah, please.
I just feel with today's call, we started building Thop City in ourselves first. I think it will come out from us when the time is needed, but we started building it in our minds.
Yes, exactly. That's why I set up that stage today, is to build that. I wanted you guys to feel that, and I wanted you to know that it is those kind of dreams are actually the ones which create, which is what we human beings aspire for. So have a great day, everyone. We'll talk again later. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone, thank you, sir. Thank you, team.